There's a whole lot of pretty places all around the world. But that's only the physical. You'll never truly know if someone's beautiful until you look under the veil. Under the veil, is tales, lies, and secrets. Into the heart, and pale eyes just seeking. But what you thinking is veil, blind, and bleak with. It's your mind and your soul that needs to be deep in. See beauty stand deep in. You're a shallow pond. Then there's an ocean of wisdom you need to paddle on. Take a dive in. Many jewels there. You only enter the surface shit and fools there. You're a goddess. Take your rightful place. Head a veil and it's there. A picture right in the face. Divine feminine. Can't be suppressed. Shock is the energy that we manifest.
Down, okay, good.
Take a hit in this tantra and build a kali vibe. Peel away the cloak. Scrape away scales. To see the truth of what lies behind all the fallen veils.
Come in. Come in.
Like a canopy, antithetical, saying that you real when your identity lies in all that you don't reveal. Third eye blind, eyes to contact, so you can open the lotus up like a compact. Become an offering, something more to give than the physical body that can't forever live. Rooted in passion, before the right cause, spiritual wisdom and knowledge that make you have pause. Then let it transmute you, metamorphosize. The truth of awakening right before your eyes. The real magic. If you don't miss all this glory, it would be tragic. So if you're tearing the veil as if it was fabric, and find yourself on the path, walk in the labyrinth.
Okay, just go. Like it. Roll call. My son Burton on the roll call. Let's go. All right. Peace to everyone. All right. You know, hold on for a second. Let me wait for this to play. All right. All right, peace. And divine image supreme being, I want to greet everyone with us in with civilized greeting, a very, very uncivilized time. Of course, you'll already know this is Professor Griff. It's the Sirius Mindz platform. I had to turn the studio into a bunker. I had to let Shane kind of like just take the day off, bruh, get some rest, because Yeah, the coughing, the sneezing, yeah. All right, yeah, it's just kind of rough. So 16, you got your hands full tonight, so you on deck. We're doing a scaled down version of it. All right, it's Freestyle Fridays. Everyone should already know that. I don't know, that Lysol is toxic, man. I don't think we could do Lysol. All right. I saw Burton still giving the roll call. Okay, I got you. So shout out to everybody that's on the platform tonight. This is going to be a scaled down show. I'm not going to be on here long. We got rained out. We are supposed to do something live at 7 o'clock. It rained so hard. It's just not cool to be out there and do. But anyway, if you're on here on the super chat, and if you feel like donating whatever you can donate, please do. Just hit the $sign and or the weather's bad there too. Yeah, it's terrible here, man. Terrible. So today's subject I want to talk about. There was an interesting article that Soleil had sent to me, and a video that was equally disturbing. And so I checked it out, and then something hit me. Then I had to go back and look at it again. I said, "What the hell, man?" It's just So it says a valedictorian wanted to remember Black victims of police brutality. She says her school principal cut the mic off. How many people have seen this story circling around the internet? All right. So we're going to dive into that, and then we're going to talk about aspects of the falsification of African consciousness. Because the title is so befitting, because I heard this Negro, the principal, was from Africa. Hold on. All right. So this Negro is supposed to be from Africa. So I'm trying to process this. I saw it didn't much. Normally on Freestyle Fridays, I would just kind of freestyle it and just kind of talk about 4 or 5 different things. But I decided to come in the studio, turn all the lights off, just this one spotlight, sit on the couch, not in my usual spot, just kind of, because I wanted to kind of read the story, go online, see what people were saying about it, in order to have a very subdued, calm conversation to try to get to the root. Now, these kind of conversations I normally get rattled by, because I think aspects of what I believe I was put here to do is deal with Negroes like him. This peon, and the rest of the peons like him, claim that they want young people to express themselves. Young people are the future rulers. Young people need to do this, and young people need to be supported in doing that. And then at every stop, you see these kind of people setting roadblocks up that young people have to constantly get over and get around. All right. So before we dive into this subject, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. And as Anita Ward said, ring my bell. You understand what I'm saying? And of course, if you want to donate, you can go to the Cash App at $ Professor Griff. And tonight's show is brought to you by Devi Tribe Wellness. I showed these to y'all last night. Just, the different tonics and the different formulas. This is Goddess of Love Elixir. All right. The Goddess of Love Elixir. Go to DeviTribeWellness.com. This is the resurrection for the brothers. And if I need to explain what the resurrection is, brothers, then you probably need a little bit more than this. All right. Resurrection is the male tonic elixir. And this is moon medicine. For the women out there, it's a fibroid formula. All right. So www.devitribewellness.com. Vonda K. Sampson, thank you very much, sis. Really appreciate you. All right. Really appreciate everyone and the sacrifice that we make in order to keep a platform like this fine-tuned, well-oiled, thriving, and on the air. All right. So I'm just coming to you like raw in the dark because I wanted to talk about this situation. Now help me out. Also, last thing, I had to mention the mic check 1212 on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. All right. So let's dive into it and make it happen. So go to www.miccheck1212.com. It's an artist music review. All right. Anyway, let's pull the article back up. Let's talk. A valedictorian wanted to remember Black victims of police brutality. She says her school cut the mic. All right. Rohar Hagar Middle delivers the valedictorian address at the commencement ceremony for Emmett J. Conrad High School in Dallas, Texas last weekend. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I know you're saying you should have did the research before you came on here, Griff, but if I'm not mistaken, this is what Freestyle Fridays is about. You freestyle it. If I'm not mistaken, but the beautiful, intelligent, wise people in the Sirius Mindz family that are sitting in front of your computers. Emmett J. Conrad High School. Isn't Emmett J. Conrad a civil rights activist and doctor, a lawyer or something? Isn't he Black? Help me out. Emmett J. Conrad. Come in. Come in. Peace. Emmett. You want these bottles?
Yeah.
Whoa. Now here you go. All right. All right. So Emmett J. Conrad High School. Isn't Emmett J. Conrad Black? I just want to know. Because let's do this. Let's dive into the falsification of consciousness. All right. And then let's dive into the psychology of self-hate. All right. While we're discussing this. Oh yeah, he has to be addressed, Paulie. And I think those of us that are listening to my voice, because it happened last week, and so during the course of the week while we were taking care of other business, Brandell, Mr. Bowen, sir, thank you very much. While we were taking care of this other business, other people have reported it already. All right. So, but I still need to get my answer. Is the school Black? Because to my knowledge, doing this the small amount of research I got a chance to do, Rohar Hagar is Persian or Iranian. Same difference. All right. Scorpio, what did you? 16. What did you just say? Might check $25 for with poem or correct. Just requesting clarification. No, it's not. To show a video, I believe it's $60. Just to play one song is $25. Or they can send the poem in. As long as it's recorded, as long as the quality is good, as long as there's no samples, we're good. We're good money. All right? It's Freestyle Friday, so we can do that. Anyway. So, Sirius Mindz family, come on, help me out. I need some answers. In the middle of her valedictorian address, Rohar Hagar went off script. While writing her speech, Hagar, the top student at Emmett J. Conrad High School in Dallas, wanted both to reflect on her classmates' accomplishments and also to remember young people who couldn't earn diplomas, whether because they dropped out to financially support their families or face religious persecution in places like her native Iran, not Iran, or were victims of school shootings. Now, this is a very real dynamic in America. All right, school shootings. The other real dynamic in America is police brutality. Mainly white cops shooting black people. White cops shooting black women. White cops shooting black children. All right. We don't have an overwhelming number of black cops shooting white people in America. There's one case that came up recently. A black man shooting white woman ended up going to jail damn near for life, and the white woman getting 40, 50, 60, $100 million or something. All right. Those are real stats. All right. Anyway, but when it came to acknowledging young black men who have died at the hands of police and other officials, she says her principal drew the line, fearing that would be too much of a political statement. Oz said, Mr. OZZ said, Dr. Emmett J. Conrad, a Dallas physician, Dr. Conrad, was also a civic leader and educational advocate. All right. He was the first African American elected to the Board of Trustees of the Dallas Independent School District. So this is a black school. Let's do the math. Iranian woman, valedictorian, in a school with black people, primarily named after a black man, primarily black, and some other students. Named after a black man with a black principal who cuts the mic off on a young lady from Iran who was the valedictorian of the school, that giving her valedictorian speech. Okay, let me understand this. I understand that they said that there was technical difficulties. All right. Why is it? I saw the footage. Why? How was it a technical difficulty when as soon as he got up to speak, the mic works? Yeah, young people are just not going to go for it. And they shouldn't. See, some of us have gotten to the age where we tolerate stuff like that from these kind of bootlicking, handkerchief-head Negroes. This goddamn pencil neck need to be checked. All right? However, y'all feel like y'all want to check them. All right? But nonetheless, something should be said. We need to track this idiot down, find his social media page, all right? Find out where he plays fucking golf. All right, and just say, look, bro, can we talk to you for a second? Seriously. On or offline, it don't matter, dude. All right. Now, what kind of Negro is this? And what kind of agenda does he have? Because I did manage to get a hold of the entire speech. I think I printed it out. It's downstairs in the printer. I can go get it if I need to. But I just said to myself, I didn't want it to be a stale, so I just wanted to freestyle this Friday. All right. Nothing in the speech was offensive to anyone. All right. Paulie feels you're absolutely incorrect with that. You're wrong. No, they did not take out President Kennedy. Stop that. Do your history, bro. But when it came to acknowledging black men who have died at the hands of police and other officials, she says her principal drew the line, fearing that it would be too much of a political statement. Once she stood on stage Saturday, though Hagar veered away from the edited speech, what is so offensive about that? I'm trying to understand it. What's so offensive about that? If African immigrants that come to America, all right, and feel that they can bypass the black man and woman who were here and who are here, all right, and you get caught up in stuff like this, you get whatever you got coming to you, man. All right. Now, what is this Negro's name? Could somebody find out his name and put it on the screen? So, while we're doing that, what was the situation with Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice? Trayvon Martin, all right, wrestling with a fake wannabe police officer, all right, fake security guard, police officer, public safety, whatever, and got shot. Body ended up at the morgue. Parents not knowing where he was. By the time they got there, I think a couple of organs were missing, and because this dude was instructed not to pursue. All right, you understand what I'm saying? So people, white people now, or people that want to associate and align themselves, thanks to Alex Little, really appreciate that, sis. Alex Big. So people want to align themselves with racism, white supremacy to be accepted by racism, white supremacy, and those that uphold racism, white supremacy. All right. In Tamir Rice's case, the officer didn't even waste time. As the call was made, there's a black man in the park playing with a gun, who has a gun. As soon as the police pull up, half a second later, they're shooting him down. So it says to Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice and all other children who became victims of injustice, the 19-year-old said. Peace, Monique Hill. All right. That's when Hagar's microphone was cut off, bringing her speech to an abrupt end. In a video Hagar posted to Twitter this week, which has since been viewed more than 850,000 times, the school's principal, what is this Negro's name? Can somebody help me out? Azerman. Okay, he sounds like he could be from Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia. So this dude already signaled, he already had it planned with the sound people. Because it says right here, flashes a thumbs up right before the mic gets turned off. He described the incident as a technical difficulty to those in attendance. I was like, wow, they really did this? They really went there? She said in an interview with the Washington Post. Wow.
Three kids that were murdered in senseless mass shootings. To Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, and all the other children who became victims of injustice.
So that's where they cut a mic off. Wow. And a fellow students, classmates, cheered her on. She says in the post, my valedictorian speech was cut short because I said the names of black children who have become victims of police brutality. All right. Our principal signaled for my mic to be turned off as soon as I sat down. Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice, and played it off as though there was a technical difficulty. How pathetic. Now this pathetic ashy ass kneecap, I don't even know what else to call this idiot, man. This is Freestyle Friday, so yeah. If y'all want everything politically correct, come back Monday. I'm just saying. You deal with idiots like this, man. And then what do you say? Neither Azerman nor the Dallas Independent School District responded to the message late Wednesday. But give thanks, Aisha Ra. But the school district told KXAS on Tuesday it was investigating what happened. You ain't got to investigate. We saw what happened. Why is it always got to be some deep kind of investigation? In Dallas ISD, we educate leaders of tomorrow and encourage students' voices, and we are looking into the matter, the district said. Hagar is just the latest high schooler to use a commencement speech as a platform to advocate personal beliefs. Help me out with that one, y'all. So she's using the platform to advocate personal beliefs. What in it in her speech was personal? I'm truly not understanding that. If these are actual facts and things that was going on. H. Dot, lecture 426. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. All right. She says a move that has often challenged schools and administrators during a period of increasingly partisan politics. All right. There are people, not presidents, but not politicians, educators and all kind of people that use their platform for political purposes. Everything is goddamn political. I'm going to say that again in English. Dr. Amos Wilson teaches us that everything is political. I knew there would be consequences, but sometimes you have to face the consequences because it's needed, she said. But I never expected them to silence me right there. Hagar says she immediately felt pushback while planning her speech. When Hagar first read the draft to a teacher a week before the graduation, she said the teacher told her the address was too political, and that mentioning Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice, as well as Michael Brown and Jordan Edwards, would incite anger towards white people, a group which, according to him, experiences high levels of discrimination in America. Where and when? A group which, according to him, experiences high level of discrimination in America. Where? More Info TV. Peace. What's good with you, bro? Long time no see, man. Where? When? High levels of discrimination? Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Hold on. I'm processing this, y'all. When Hagar first read a draft to a teacher a week before graduation, great filibuster. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate you, man. Give thanks. When Hagar first read a draft to a teacher a week before graduation, she said the teacher told her the address was too political, and that mentioning Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice, as well as Michael Brown and Jordan Edwards, would incite anger towards white people, a group which, according to him, experiences high levels of discrimination in America. Sit your Negro ass down with your Negro-ness. In her first meeting with Esmeralda, the principal said he told her that saying their names was against Dallas ISD's valedictorian speech guidelines. So mentioning black people, black children to get shot down by white cops, white police officers, is against their guidelines. In a minute, we're not going to be able to say anything anywhere. So it's against their guidelines. Can somebody help me find their guidelines so we can go with a goddamn guideline? A day before graduation, Hagar said the principal suggested that speaking about Martin and Rice wouldn't change anything until she was in a position of power. Well, idiot, she's in a position of power. She's a valedictorian. She has a platform. If she wasn't in a position of power, you wouldn't be trying to stump her power or set up roadblocks to impede. The guidelines does not exist. You're absolutely correct. The man is misguided and has no clue. He does not see reality. The falsification of African consciousness. All right? That's what's going on here. Trying to align himself with the powers that be, want to be a good Negro and a lapdog for white people. I don't think he had a problem with my speech, and his intentions were not rooted. Hold on. Massa syndrome, you're right. See, when you start to get scratchiness of the throat, take some echinacea, some golden seal, because Shane done, getting me in. Anyway, make sure he get his job. I didn't understand that, Brother Michael. Where was I at? All right. He got the Massa syndrome. You're absolutely correct. I don't think he had a problem with my speech, and his intentions were not rooted in hate. But him saying that me mentioning those names would make a difference, won't make a difference, is something I disagree with. She told the Post. I told him, if mentioning those names wouldn't make a difference, why couldn't he let him mention the names then? I told him how some of us won't ever have a position of power. So to just sit there and wait is the wrong mindset to have. You don't just sit and wait. When it's your turn to step up to the plate to grab the mic, every one of us have to speak truth to power. All right, plain and simple. Every single one of us has to speak truth to power. Hagar isn't the first to cause waves with a politically tinged graduation speech. In 2016, as the presumptive Republican presidential nominee was promising to build a wall at the southern border, you know what they're talking about, 46 minus 1, all right, 2 valedictorians at Texas high school announced they were undocumented. Wow. In 2018, a valedictorian in Wisconsin ended up not speaking after she was told by administrations that talking about discrimination, gender equality, and school shootings was too controversial. Damn. Yeah, this has to ride with me. I'm sorry. Some other people gonna hear about this. This year, another Wisconsin top student prohibited from giving a speech in which he wanted to talk about being gay. In April, the valedictorian of the political science department in Brigham Young University came out as gay in his speech at the flagship academy institution of the Mormon Church, where same-sex marriage is considered a serious transgression. Last month, a Florida student whose speech focused on resilience and the fortitude of immigrants was prohibited from speaking after she would not edit out certain lines deemed to be offensive. Florida school district stops valedictorians from giving graduation speech, then apologize. So they stop the speeches and then they apologize. Hagar's path to graduation podium in Dallas began 8 years ago and nearly 7,700 miles away in Shiraz, Iran. Her family continued to face religious persecution in Iran for following the Baha'i faith, a religion that country refuses to acknowledge. They were granted refugee status in 2011. After 14 months stayed in Turkey, the family of 5 moved to Dallas in 2012. She went from not being able to play her violin or talk about her religion in Shiraz to using Netflix to help improve her English. Wow. In those early years in the United States. Now Hagar, whose mother works for Walmart, at all places. Wow. And whose father is a factory worker, a part-time Walmart employee, will attend the University of Texas in Austin to major in international relations and global studies. She hopes to start her own nonprofit or work for non-governmental agencies in the Middle East. Couple of more paragraphs. Even with the viral online response to the video of her mic apparently getting cut off, she said she holds no ill will towards her principal, the school, or district. Team maintains her classmates needed to hear the names of the young black men whose lives were ended prematurely, like Martin and Rice. For perspective on the opportunity, they have high school graduates. Wow. It says our 4 years of high school have been surrounded with issues like police brutality, politics. We're not okay with high school shootings, she said. We've been living with this reality for a while. I wasn't introducing something new at the graduation. This is very, very old. This is not new, she says. And if we don't know about these things, why don't we know about these things? We should know about them already. So, here's some of the things I snatched. She says my valedictorian speech was cut short because I said the names of 2 black children. Why do y'all think? Why do white America, with their black lapdogs and imps, do not want the world to know about Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice? Why is that? If the cops were so innocent, if there's not a system of racism, white supremacy, why can't we talk about that on that platform? Help me out. Why not? She said they become victims of police brutality. Next, I pulled up her speech. I don't know if y'all can see that. Y'all probably can't. But her speech. Pull up the speech for yourself. See, this is the reason why young people go rogue. Because they rely on and depend on and look to and look towards the people that are in authority over them to help guide them and encourage them. But yet they get these kind of people, all right, Principal Slick Willie, to censor the speech. Now, if you're talking about a high form of censorship, I thought we had that conversation a long time ago in America. All right. I'm not even going to read the speech. But she says, when I first read my speech to the teachers, I'm mentioning those 2 names will excite anger towards white people, a group which, according to him, experienced high levels of discrimination, which I still can't wrap my brain around. What high levels of discrimination? Where? Where does white people experience high levels of discrimination? Now, this is just Professor Griff sitting in his studio in the dark, having a conversation with y'all. She says she allegedly broke a valedictorian speech guideline that says she says was inaccessible to her. There's like 16 said, there ain't no guidelines. There's no valedictorian speech guideline. The Negro lied. See, but these kind of Negroes feel that they could do stuff like this and there's no pushback, there's no penalty. All right? Some of the leaders are cowards. They are cowards. All right? And I hope he's listening and watching. Because I'll be in Dallas in September. You know what would be real dope? We just met in Dallas and we just took a caravan to his house and just chilled out. You understand what I'm saying? Just went and just kind of lit some shit up. Be like, yeah, we're going to lit some Palo Santo sticks or something because I don't smoke. I'm just saying. Everywhere he go, somebody should tap him on the shoulder and remind him, yo, aren't you the Negro, the coon that wouldn't let the sister just, come on. Sometimes we need to pull up on these dudes, man. It's just like, intellectually chin check them. Spiritually chin check them. Like, can I ask you a question, sir? Just put them on blast. Get his picture, make a wanted poster. Put his picture out there and say, look, what you doing, man? But we're going to talk to you regardless, one way or the other. We're going to have a conversation. Too many of us. I'm sorry, I keep getting interrupted by people sending me this, sending Soleil congratulations on her video, Under the Veil. All right, shout out to Soleil, shout out to Hustle. All right, for making that happen. All right, shout out to Shay Jones, Sam Salton, Vance Vex, and all the musicians that was involved. All right. Hold on. A few more things and we can go. I knew none of the consequences I could probably face came even slightly close to what the families of the victims have to live with on an everyday basis. She says she'll suffer those little consequences. But what does the families of those victims have to suffer and go through every single day, not having their loved ones with them or here with them? When we get back from overseas, I'm going to call you, beloved. Tell your wife peace. Got you. We got to find this Negro online for real. The school district responded back by saying, we educate leaders of tomorrow. It says, we educate leaders of tomorrow and encourage student voices, and we're looking into the matter. So you educate leaders for tomorrow, and you encourage student voices? Where? Is this part of your PR department? All right. Damage control? Stop that, man. Yeah, you're right. This is mind police. The thought police. All right, playing judge and jury in this case. Now, Dr. Amos Wilson says in his book, The Falsification of African Consciousness, which you should have already, the power of self-transformation. Hold on. I just had this conversation this morning. I literally just had this conversation. Hold on.
Peace, King.
Peace, Queen. I got you on speakerphone. The conversation that you and I were having earlier, and when we was listening to that talk from the gentleman you let me hear, right? When it talked about, I'm reading a piece from Dr. Amos Wilson's The Falsification of African Consciousness, where it talks about power of self-transformation. Didn't he say that people that process it in different ways, and sometimes the word will cause a transformation, and sometimes the thought, sometimes the symbol? What was that I'm trying to process here? What was that we was talking about?
He was talking about from the shamanic perspective, how the different levels of, I'm not sure if he used the word perception, because I don't want to misquote him, but he was talking about really from this shamanic perspective, and the different levels of, say, for instance, how where they consider like the serpent is the symbol for the level of the physical body, and then the jaguar is the symbol for the level of the mind and communication, and then the hummingbird is the level of spirit on a deeper spiritual level, and then the eagle transcends all of that. And so it was different levels of processing in that way. So he was referring to sometimes when we communicate or we take in information, a lot of times we take it in only at the level of the mind, and but and speech, it had to do with the mind, with communication with speech. And he was referring to how if we hear, like, say, we recite affirmations or mantra, that it takes like 1,000 times of repetition in order to get that. But just the power of symbols, was because symbolism, symbology, the symbols operate on the subconscious level. It takes only about 1 or 2 times of taking in the symbol and that symbolic representation on that spirit level in order to grasp the concept or meaning. And that's a rough paraphrasing of what it was, because it was really, really deep.
Right.
But that's what I remember.
I really appreciate that. I was trying to wrap my brain around it and process it, because it sounds like something that we're dealing with here with this character at this school, this principal. But anyway, I really appreciate you.
Okay, you are very welcome. I love you. Peace.
Love you too. Peace. That was Soleil. We had that discussion this morning. Dr. Amos Wilson says the power of self-transformation, as noted by Chancellor Williams in The Destruction of Black Civilization. The way we think, the way we behave, helps to create these kinds of victimizations from which we suffer. The oppressive configuration of the white man has assumed in relationships to the black man is in good part the result of the fact that we have permitted ourselves to remain in a complete or complementary subordinate configuration conducive to his oppressive designs. The way he designed his system. All right? As long as we stay in the condition that we're in, mentally and spiritually, we'll forever feed the system. All right? It's not until you start processing these things in a different way. W.E.B. Du Bois gave us the concept of the double consciousness. We need to study that. All right? He says the white man cannot be what he is unless we are what we are as a people. So he can't even be what he is unless you are what you are. Shut the ignorance down. Kill the nigger. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to say it again. Dr. Wesley Muhammad's words. We got to kill the nigger in us. We got to wage war against the weakness of self, overcome that, be proud black African men and women, and we got to push forward. Or be proud black indigenous people. Be proud indigenous people. You don't want to put black in front of it? Fine with me. Be proud. The white man cannot be what he is unless we are what we are as a people. And one of the one way of transforming the white man is through self-transformation. He cannot be what he is if we are not what we are. Therefore, we must take responsibility for that part of our personality, that part of our community. We're talking about this Negro president now. All right? We must take full responsibility for this Negro. We must take responsibility for what part of our personality, that part of our community, and that part of ourselves over which we have control and charge. If we have control of that aspect, then we just need to check it. We are responsible for him treating us the way he treats us. Now, wouldn't it have been dope if all of the students would have got up with her and walked out? Tell me how fly that would have been. That should have been lit to death. Amos Wilson says, and if we change those parts of ourselves and our community, we shall change this man. I'm not in the business of changing white people. I beg to differ with Dr. Amos Wilson. He's a lot smarter than I am. I'm not going to waste my time trying to change white people. I'm too busy working on Griff. If white people so happen to hear this and they want to change, call me. 678-557-2919. You can support the channel. I'll even tell you where to buy the book. Yeah. I'm not trying to change white people. Anyway, and if we change those parts of ourselves in our community, we shall change this man. Who gives a damn about changing him anyway? Damn, I should have read that line before I made my statement. He said, who gives a damn about changing him anyway? It does not matter. One of our major problems is that black leadership has been involved in converting whites. We want black people to be non-violent, while white people are violent as hell. That misleads us time and time again. Give it up. One of the major steps to rehabilitation of the black man is to give up the white man and forget about him. All right? Let him change his damn self. Thank you, Johnny Taylor. I really appreciate you. Let him change his damn self. We're not in the business of changing white people. All right? Wherever white people feel that they need to change, then white people will change. All right? But I don't see that happening no time soon. All right? When I read about aspects of who and what white people are, some people say they're inherently evil. Can some of them change? Yeah. Have some of them change? Yeah. Do I got a list of them? No. No, I'm not keeping, no. I'm not like some of y'all, not y'all on the Sirius Mindz platform, because I know ain't nobody on here think like that. You know, I ain't got Becky ass and flat as one of my friends, and I'm trying to change her. Once Becky get it, Ashley or Ben or one of your friends, Josh or one of them, once they get it, then send them on their way, send them on their mission to help convert other white people. That's not our job. I think we was listening to Baruti last night. We were talking about the Iwa, the warrior's character. We have enough violence and oppression and death and murder packed on us for generations. And then we pass on the generational trauma down to our children. We got every right to be angry and mad. So for those of us that have gotten a grip on it and able to stay calm when we hear stuff like this and other things, kudos to you. I give y'all a round of applause. I'm not there quite just yet. Because every time I get to that point, I see and hear something, it's like, here we go. Then I get to the point again. It comes up here, and I start to say, okay, maybe we can align ourselves with some white people so we can do some programs over here for the kids and do this over there and do that. And then one of them bite me in the behind and be like, damn, see what I mean? So the question is asked in the supreme wisdom, can a devil fool a Muslim? And the answer is no, not nowadays. Not nowadays. No. And I have some too, 16. In the music business. On a political tip. I've sat and talked to the 10 wisest of the world. You understand what I'm saying? We should do a show about that on Monday. Just straight up white people that spoke up and spoke out. Truth-telling white people. I don't indict all of them like that. But Elijah Muhammad said, I'm not going to take my hand and stick it in a bucket full or a barrel full of snakes and try to find a good one. Because when one of us do something wrong, they indict the whole race. Am I right or wrong? The falsification of African consciousness. Dr. Amos Wilson. Exactly. I think that's my biggest issue for all the black people who do all the dirty work for white people. And then you want to become white people's defense attorney. So they dress you Negroes up and they put y'all among us. I think, not knowing that we recognize who you are. You a 10-cent, 2-bit handkerchief head bootlicking, or wannabe black man masquerading as an Uncle Tom, a certified Negro. And we see you. Well, Johnny Taylor, you know I don't really call no names like that, but I'm saying y'all care, but I just don't. I don't encourage people to, but hey, we got to call it like we see it. Steve Coakley said, name the names. And one day, 16, we're going to do a show like that. We're going to name the damn names. I know, I hear you, man. I hear you. See, but like a lot of times, see, when people lie, it hurts the lie. The lie hurts the person they're lying on, and it hurts the liar. But there's not a time where these people weren't lying. So this dynamic is a very real thing when it comes to black people. All right? This Negro was giving signals to cut the mic. Then he gets up there and the mic works. Come on. Stop it, man. This kind of Negro-ness, we're not going to keep tolerating this, man. All right? Lies make people have to deal with the truth twice. And the repercussions. And the consequences. The way we right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon the liar and the lie. Ida B. Wells. Thank you very much, Alex Big. Really appreciate you. All right? I know. When white people lie, black people die. I know, that ain't mine. I saw it on a t-shirt somewhere. I thought that was so dope. When white women lie, black people die. When white people lie, black people die. Can somebody make that t-shirt and send it to me? I'll wear it. Anyway. No, that's real. So, enough with me sitting in the dark in the studio. It's not all lit up and bright and energetic. Shane is not here. Took the time off to rest. I told him, look, next 3 days, bro, until I see you again, just rest, man. Rest, stay off the dairy, you know, some herbs in your systems, echinacea, golden seal, vitamin C. Keep your energy up with some ginseng and some B12. Take a droplet of D3, vitamin D every day. Get healthy, man, because you done contaminated the whole room. I got to hose it down. Shout out to Shane. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go finish studying for my lecture on Sunday. I love y'all to life, brothers and sisters. Yeah. I'll be in Baltimore next weekend. All right. This weekend, Sunday, I'll be in H-Town, man. In Houston, Texas with Red Pill and Blue Pill. All right. Make sure you'll support the mic check 1212. All right. Thanks to everybody for the donations. I really appreciate that. Like I always say, I love y'all to life. And this is real, man. It takes a commitment and dedication to come on here every single night at 9 o'clock. Sometimes I'm all the way across town and I'm like, yo, I got to make it back to the lab. You understand what I'm saying? For real. In some cases, just to let y'all know, this is therapeutic for me also. But anyway, I love y'all to life. It's Professor Griff. I got to go. All right. Sirius Mindz for Sirius Mindz. And I'm going to definitely wait for y'all to give me the answer to that. Sirius Mindz for Sirius Mindz. No, y'all didn't. Y'all didn't even say that. Seriously. You're right. All right. It's Professor Griff. I'm out. All right, 16. We'll talk. All right.
Under the spell of what people call You're a goddess. Take your rightful place. Tear the veil and stare a picture right in the face. Divine feminine, can't be suppressed. Shock is the energy that we manifest. We let me try. Take a hit of this tantra and build a Kali vibe. Peel away the cloak, scrape away the scales to see the truth of what lies behind all the things. Blanketed like a canopy, antithetical, saying that you're real when your identity lies in all that you don't reveal. Third eye blind, eyes to contact, so you can open the lotus up like a compact. Become an offering, something more to give than the physical body.
Yo, 16, y'all know where they can see this at online. That's so late on YouTube channel.
Knowledge that makes you half pause, then let it transmute, metamorphosize. The truth of awakening right before your eyes. Perception, the real magic. So you don't miss all this glory, it would be tragic. So clearing the veil as if it was fabric, and find yourself on the path of the labyrinth.
All right, peace, family. Y'all take care. I will talk to y'all probably on Sunday when I give a red pill and blue pill. All right, inshallah. All right.